When we think about prolonged grief disorder, I like to start by just thinking about grief. Grief is obviously a natural response that we have when we've gone through a bereavement. The prolonged bit means that the grief has become pervasive and persistent in somebody's life to the point that it's affecting all aspects of their functioning.
My partner of 27 years died in September 2021. And while I was able day to day just to get on with life, I realised that I just wasn't able to engage more widely with life around me.
Living with grief for me became all-consuming and a feeling of isolation. I was by myself. My feelings were one of upset. I didn't know how to express that to others.
I was beginning to find, as the years went on, that I just wasn't able to work out how I needed to change, what I could do in order to make things less monotonous and to feel like I was living again. I'd got to a point where I felt I needed some help in order to reconnect and in order to try and work out where my life was going.
The aims of therapy for prolonged grief disorder are to allow a person to process their grief and reconnect with their life in order to restore well-being. The most important thing to consider in accessing therapy for prolonged grief disorder is that symptoms have been persistent and intense for a period greater than 6 months.
Grief is permanent. Grief is something that we don't get over or we move on from. Grief is something that stays with us, and we have to learn to adapt to living with grief in our life. There are two main aims to that learning process in prolonged grief disorder therapy. The first aim is about adapting to the loss, and the second aim is around restoring function and restoring a sense of well-being in somebody's life.
Over the weeks, I gradually found that I was feeling different. I was able to start planning and the world felt brighter. Gradually, it felt like I was able to reconnect a bit more with the people around me and with the things that are just normally around that you see, but I was just not noticing.
It almost became a turning point midway where the process was working. The improvement for me was more about gaining back my confidence to deal with day-to-day issues and also confidence in talking about and dealing with past bereavement.
For other people who may be in a similar position, grieving after a long time living with someone, I would say that it's worth giving TALKWORKS a go.
I would say to somebody who is grieving at the moment to reach out if you're able to. People are out there to help you, and for me, TALKWORKS helped me no end and has improved my own health physically and my mental health.